All right, guys, so today we're talking about the best illegal mod for your car to give yourself more power. Now, there's many things you could do. You could different air intake systems, air filter systems. A lot of guys think that changing spark plugs to a better spark plug is going to give more power, higher current, higher voltage coil packs, things like that. So we have here exhibit number 1. And a lot of you guys probably know what this is. It's a catalytic converter. This is the aftermarket one. So as you know, what we've done here, we'll go over here. Amanda's on the camera today. As a lot of you guys know, we did the exhaust in the Porsche a while back, and we did the G-Wagon exhaust a while back too. And the thing about it is, we decided to go catless on the Porsche for 2 reasons. One, the cats were all stopped up, and so I bought aftermarket cats. We did not put those on yet, because on this car, it has that smoke on startup, which is going to stop up this. Back up, man, here, I'm gonna get this light. And I'm gonna show you why this mod is gonna help your power. As you can see down inside here, it has like a honeycomb, and that catches, carbon emissions. And if you have any kind of smoking issues, your car runs rich, or if it's dual clutch like the G-Wagon, it pops every time you shift, it could bust up all that stuff inside. And then what's going to happen at that point in time, that's all going to turn sideways and stop up your exhaust or come out the exhaust. So a very common thing is to remove the catalytic converters. Now, if you live in the city, you cannot do that. You will probably go to prison. Not really, but maybe. And if you live everywhere else in the United States, everything else is good to go. Now, what a lot of guys apt to do here, where you don't have smog, is to knock the center of the catalytic converter out and leave it sit, the shell of it, so it looks like it's there. That'll work in anywhere besides, 5 or 6 of the major cities. That won't fly. They actually put a little sniffer piece on the exhaust pipe, and it tests the output carbon emissions of the vehicle. And if your catalytic converter is either not there or getting stopped up, it won't pass correctly, or if it's broken up and it causes issues. But yeah, so like I said, that is supposed to stop stuff from polluting the ozone. Does that actually work? Is that actually a real thing? Some argue it is, some argue it's not. Let's be totally honest here. A lot of guys here, and what this car has on it, on the oxygen sensors, which goes in the exhaust manifold, and the exhaust manifold and exhaust pipe in this car, on the rear oxygen sensors, guys will put the little adapter that spaces it out. That dumbs down the oxygen sensor. The oxygen sensor reads the mixture, so that tells the ECU, the engine computer, what to mix the fuel to air ratio at. So they take the oxygen sensor out of the stream, it runs a little bit richer, but it doesn't see there's higher flow than what they're supposed to be, and no catalytic converter, so it does not throw a check engine light. Now, a lot of German cars are almost too smart for that anymore. Older cars, it does really good. Japanese cars, it does really good. But this car will randomly throw the check engine light for lean. It's showing system lean because it has more flow than what it should have. And yeah. Okay, now, the other side of this, like the title says, more power. Will taking the catalytic converters out of your car give more power? Yes, 100%. In fact, a lot of the tunes, like on this vehicle, if you go past stage 1, you have to delete the catalytic converters. It'll literally blow them out if you don't do that and torch them out. So will it give more power? Absolutely. Before, I would say 1996 when OBD2 came along, but actually stuff like catalytic converters, probably a lot of stuff even had it back in the 80s, early 80s. I would say in the 70s, most stuff probably did not have that back then. And it's unfortunate though, because cars back then did not have a lot of power. A lot of you guys are going, oh, the Hemi this, Hemi that. No. This stuff is way, way, way more powerful than that. Technology has come a long ways. That is a good thing because now we can make more power out of the engine and have catalytic converters, but always, 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 if you don't have that, it's going to make more power, especially if it's tuned. I'm sorry, it's just the way it is. Another thing is leaded race fuels, things like that, with a catalytic converter can stop the catalytic converter up. It can collect and cause it to clog. So there is that too, something else to keep in mind. However, if you're living in the city, you got a smog, you're probably not running a lot of leaded race fuel. Let's be honest here. And let's also be honest, I don't know what that is a gallon right now. When gas was low, it's still 10 bucks a gallon. You're probably looking 15 bucks a gallon for 1 gallon of leaded race fuel, 120 octane. You have all the Ignite series fuels you could buy in like a 5-gallon jug, or you could buy a 55-gallon drum. But if you set a car up to where you need that, that is an insane amount of money. E85 is kind of like the happy medium. If you're not driving it when it's really cold outside, the Porsche loves the 85. Our Toyota stuff loves the 85. But once it gets down to probably 20 degrees or below, it does make it hard to cold start. But it does smell a lot better. And that's one reason why I run it in this car so much, because we can run E85 from the pump in this car and it won't stink. If you run 93 octane or 91 octane, it seems to be the norm anymore. It smells. It smells like somebody's mowing their grass, like a lawnmower. It just has a stank coming off of it, that rich kind of fuel smell. So be prepared. If you decide to mod your car in any way, I'm not telling you to do anything, EPA. I'm not telling nobody to do anything. If you decide to do this, it will stink. Every time you pull this car in or out of the shop, it stinks the whole shop out. Even if you start it up and put it right in reverse just to get it out, doesn't matter. Where the G-Wagon, obviously it'll still kill you if you let it run. You can back it out. It's not too bad. Stuff like the white M5 sitting in the corner. A lot of guys decat these cars, but what we found out, you don't have to decat these cars. Our Red one we had was not decatted. It was only muffler delete, back box delete. It was insanely loud, and a lot of guys like the straight pipe sound with the cowlick converter still in, because it does give it a crisper note. It's not so crackly and popping around and just nasty loud. It still has a crisp tone to it. But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. That's my illegal car mod. Some of you guys already know this, some of you guys don't know this. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for another one very soon.